In today's video, I am going to teach you how to create 3D shapes in Figma. We'll start with simple native tools, and then I'll show you a quick plugin workflow that builds convincing volume in just a few clicks. Begin by opening your design in Figma. Add a basic shape, either a rectangle or a circle, so we have something to work with. I'll demonstrate with a circle. Click and drag on the canvas to draw it, and hold Shift while you drag to keep the proportions perfectly round. This is important because a true circle makes the lighting and shading look more realistic. With the circle selected, look to the right sidebar in the Fill section. Switch the fill from a solid color to a gradient and choose Radial. A radial gradient creates that natural light falloff you see on a real object. Like sunlight hitting a ball, you'll see a gradient handle on the canvas. Drag the white highlight closer to the center for a soft straight-on light, or move it toward the edge to suggest light coming from the side. Take your time here. Subtle changes in the gradient position and color stops dramatically change the illusion of depth. Next, add a shadow to anchor the shape. With the circle still selected, go to Effects and choose Drop Shadow. Adjust the blur to soften the edges, and tweak the X and Y position to place the shadow in the direction your light appears to be coming from. Lowering the opacity a bit usually looks more natural. Here is no single perfect setting, so experiment until it feels right. Fiddling is part of the process. Once you are happy with the circle, try the same approach with other shapes like rectangles or polygons. The technique is the same: a thoughtful radial gradient to suggest lighting, plus a drop shadow to ground the form. Practicing on a few different shapes will help you master how highlights and shadows interact. Now let's look at a plugin approach. Open Plugins by pressing Ctrl+K. Go to the Plugins section, search for Blend, and run it. The Blend plugin generates intermediate steps between objects to create a 3D volume effect. Draw a circle and fill it with a radial gradient as before. Then use the pen tool to draw a path or shape that defines how you want the volume to extend. Select both the circle and your path, open the Blend plugin and adjust the number of copies. Increasing the copies creates a smoother, more solid 3D look. Finally, fine-tune the spacing to control the density and depth. That's it. Thanks for watching.